All right. Welcome back to the Fantasy Football School. Today's class, we're going to talk about 5 quarterbacks that are ready to smash and break out for the upcoming NFL season. A lot of team investment in their future, and hopefully they reach it, and I expect them to. But without further ado, let's go. Let's talk about the 5 quarterbacks that are ready to smash this upcoming season. So most of these didn't have a great 2023 season, but with the moves that their team has made, they're definitely ready to take the next level. And with number 5, let's start with from the Raiders. We got Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell. So unfortunately, we still don't know who's gonna win. Minshew is the favorite. He did get paid, but allegedly Aiden O'Connell gets the first crack. So whoever wins the job is definitely gonna have a much better season compared to how Aiden performed last year. They added what's his name, Brock Bowers, an elite tight end prospect. They have Mayer, Devontae Adams still there, Jacoby Myers. They did lose a couple, some juice in the running back position, but Zamir White's an elite in between the tackle running back. He's proved that toward the end of the season. They still need some juice in the pass catching department, but they did add Dylan Lobb from New Hampshire. He is from New Hampshire, so I don't know how good he'll be, and he's a 6th round pick. But the good thing is about running backs in college, pass catching abilities, the more translatable traits. But anyways, expect Gardner Minshew and or Aiden O'Connell, but I do expect Gardner Minshew to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if Aiden does get the job. But both of these quarterbacks are essentially, what's that word, sitting ducks. Anyways, let's move on to number 4 here. We got Trevor Lawrence, who unfortunately we were expecting a breakout year last year, but he struggled with chemistry with his wide receivers, got injured toward the end of the season, lost Christian Kirk, and just chemistry with Calvin Ridley just didn't manifest correctly. There was a lot of good chances that they made, but then it was half, like a lot of drops from Ridley and misdirection, but also like a lot of miscommunication with Trevor as well. But this upcoming season, hopefully Christian Kirk is healthier, hopefully Trevor's healthier, the line is better. They did add a couple deep threats, and hopefully Etienne is a more consistent back. The O-line should be much better. They added a pretty decent center in Mitch Morse, so hopefully it's just up to Trevor at this point to take that next step, because he has the surrounding help that needs to happen. So we'll see, but I expect him to contend for like QB1 in terms of fantasy. And next, number 3, we got Daniel Jones, who unfortunately was hurt last year. He did have a breakout the prior year where he got paid afterwards, but that breakout was more of his rushing ability that he showcased, that like he's not just an elite, not elite, but like a decent passer. But luckily this offseason they did add Malik Neighbors, one of the more elite prospects, wide receiver prospects the last 5 years, so that should help develop his passing ability. Unfortunately they did lose, or will lose, what's his name, Darren Waller, but Bellinger should improve. I mean, it should be a next step from last year. I think he was hurt most of last year either, but pretty decent blocker. So the next, we got Bryce Young, one of my favorite breakout candidates this upcoming season, because the Panthers really did make the effort to make sure he doesn't bust, because he had essentially one of the worst rookie season in NFL history. But most of it is not his fault. Let's just say half of it is his fault, because he struggled even like when he had the opportunity to not struggle. But for the most part, like, it's just bad system, no weapons, O-line was just straight garbage. But luckily this offseason they did paid a lot of money to improve that O-line, added some weapons. They got Deontay Johnson, Xavier Legette. Thielen should be a good part of that offense earlier in the season. Mingo still needs to break out. They did add Jatavian Sanders. They did add Jonathan Brooks. So Bryce Young, man, this is your time to shine, buddy. And then finally, my number 1 quarterback ready to break out is Will Levis, another second-year quarterback who also has a new coaching staff that seems like it believes in him. They did add a lot of weapons. They did improve their O-line, and The only problem is this new regime didn't draft him, but they are giving him the year to show that he is the franchise quarterback, and he will have every opportunity to do so. And like next quarterback class for 2025 isn't really that amazing, so if Will Levis even shows some improvement, he could be the potential long-term answer at quarterback. But I do expect him to smash. They have DeAndre Hopkins, who's a little older but still pretty, decent weapon for him. They added Calvin Ridley. Hopefully they get that, chemistry together. They added Tony Pollard, what's his name, Tyler Boyd. Tajay Spears should have another, improvement from last season, like mini breakout. So those are my 5 quarterbacks that's ready to smash the upcoming season. Expect them to improve from last year because they all had a disappointing year, except Gardner Minshew, actually pretty good, but much better weapons for him this upcoming season. So see you on the next one. Peace.